F. EU. Basic. Terminology that used in SAP. Improve your knowledge. Related image. SAP terminology. SAP terminology along with classic financial terminology is used for business at MIT. The terminology presented in this lesson is used frequently both in this self-study and in financial communications at MIT. SAP terminology. You will become familiar with basic SAP terminology. At the completion of this, recognize some with system-specific language. Differentiate between a cost center, internal order, and WBS element. Distinguish between master and transactional data. SAP terminology is background to taking basic skills. Environment. Environment, a completely self-contained version of the SAP database, designated for a specific purpose. A production environment contains live, real-time data, while a non-production environment such as the practice environment holds valid, but not real-time data, and is used for learning examples. Separate environments do not exchange information. If you enter data into one environment, you will not be able to see that information in another environment. GUI. GUI, Graphical User Interface. The SAP GUI is the software on your computer or local server that allows you to connect to one or more of the SAP environments. Master data. Master data. Master data is a collection of information about a person or an object, e.g. a cost object, vendor, or G/L account. For example, a vendor master record contains not only general information such as the vendor's name and address, but also specific information, such as payment terms and delivery instructions. Generally for end users, master data is reference data that you will look up and use, but not create or change. Merial Group. Merial Group. Material groups are codes that classify goods and services by commodity or service type and are used by the Procurement Office for reporting purposes. For example, desks belong to the Material Group 1920 Furniture and Furnishings. User Profile. User Profile, the collection of authorizations a user or set of users has been granted in order to perform transactions related to their jobs. For example, someone designated as a requisitioned might only have the ability to create and change, but not approve, requisitions. Transactional data. Transactional data. Transactional data is data related to a single business event such as a purchase acquisition or a request for payment. When you create an acquisition, for example, SAP creates an electronic document for that particular transaction. SAP gives the transaction a document number and adds the document to the transaction data that is already in the system. Whenever you complete a transaction in SAP, that is, when you create, change, or print a document in SAP, this document number appears at the bottom of the screen. Transaction code. Transaction code, a unique command that tells the location of a system task. A transaction code may contain letters only or a combination of letters and numbers. For example, the transaction code for Display Purchase Requisition is ME53. Workflow. Workflow, a routing tool in SAP that forwards documents for review or approval. For example, a requisition that needs to be approved is sent to the appropriate approver's inbox. Workflow is also used to route journal vouchers, credit card charges, and other documents in SAP. Cost object. Cost object, a cost object collects expenses and revenues for a particular purpose, such as a research project. In SAP there are three types of cost objects: cost center, internal order, and WBS, work breakdown structure, element, see below for definition. Cost center. Cost center, general or operating cost objects are known in SAP as cost centers. Cost enters are budgeted on the fiscal year. Internal order. Internal order, a non-sponsored cost object, for example, funding from the MIT Provost, used to track costs over periods other than fiscal years. Internal orders are often created to track gifts or endowments at MIT. External orders. A purchase orders, PO, is a commercial document and first official offer issued by buyer to a seller indicating types, quantity, and agreed prices for products or services. It is used to control the purchasing of products and services from external suppliers. WBS element. WBS element. WBS elements are funded by outside sponsors and are used to track costs of a particular research project over the entire span of its activity. They may also be created to track other sponsored activities, such as gifts. G/L account. G/L account. G/L accounts are also called cost elements in SAP. They are a classification by expense or revenue type. In the controlling module of SAP, the term cost element is used. In the financial module, the term G/L account is used. These terms are used interchangeably for reporting, requisitions, and journal vouchers. Functional unit. Functional unit, a configured and activated unit of SAP NetWeaver that provides a set of functions, allowing the implementation and execution of activities such as process steps within IT scenarios. It is nestable and can be grouped into larger functional units. Examples include Transport Management System, System Landscape Directory, Adapter Framework, and Business Process Engine. Landscape Pattern. Landscape pattern defines if a technical system is used by one or several product systems to calculate update and upgrade methods. The landscape pattern can be defined as hub system, if used by several product systems, or as sidecar system, if used by one product system. Client. Client, partnering India's dream to be #1 clients are additional installable programs or tools. They reside either on local front-end PCs accessed by users or on back-end systems where they act as client programs within an SAP NetWeaver system landscape. Landscape Management Database, LMDB. LMDB, Landscape Management Database is central storage and editor for system information in SAP Solution Manager, supplied by a central SLD. In the LMDB, you manage technical information, such as technical systems and hosts, and logical information, such as product systems and technical scenarios. This data is the basis for other applications like monitoring and alerting, diagnostics, maintenance transactions, and SAP Support Portal. As of SAP Solution Manager 7.1, the LMDB replaces the previous Information Storage SMSY. Logical component group of technical systems that provide a concrete business function by installed product instances and by different roles, such as development, test, or production system. Maintenance Optimizer, MOPZ. Maintenance Optimizer, MOPS application within SAP Solution Manager that guides you through planning and downloading stack XML files for enhancement packages, support packages, and additional update packages. These files can be used as input files for the installation by update tools like Software Update Manager. Product. Product, an SAP offering in the SAP price list that performs business tasks. The complete product model is shipped as SAP Software Catalog. The availability of products is published in the Product Availability Matrix, PAM. The product model defines the product structure with its product instances, software components, version, and technical dependencies between product and its components. Products typically have a name starting with SAP, and are characterized by a version period and a maintenance cycle. A product can be installed on one or more technical systems. All technical systems that are involved form the product system. Examples for products are SAP ERP, SAP NetWeaver, and SAP Solution Manager. Product instance. Part of a product version that bundles one or more software components. A product instance is part of only one product version. It must be installed and updated as a whole on a single technical system. ABAP Java dual stacks are considered one technical system. Patches can still be installed for individual software components. A product instance can contain other product instances. It can be reused across products. Examples for product instances are SAP ECC Server and SAP NetWeaver as ABAP. Product System. Product System, a group of technical systems on which a product version is installed. Product system descriptions are used to maintain and plan products in the system landscape. Product version. Product version, a release of an SAP product. It bundles product instances and the included software component versions that are available at a particular time for a specific scope of functionality. Like products, product versions are shipped in the SAP software catalog. They are the basis for the compatibility of closely coupled systems and the maintenance of product systems. An example is SAP ERP 6.0, which is a product version of the product SAP ERP. SLD, System Landscape Directory. SLD, System Landscape Directory, central provider of information on technical systems, for consumers in the system landscape and for external consumers. The SLD gets its information mainly from SLD data suppliers, which are installed on the technical systems, and from the SAP software catalog. With the SLD, you collect and edit system data that is required for system landscape management. This information can be used by other consumers, such as SAP NetWeaver Process Integration, Webdon Pro for Java, and SAP Solution Manager. SMSY. SMSY, the SAP Solution Manager system landscape collects information about the SAP systems in the landscape. SMSY is the name of the transaction in SAP Solution Manager. As of SAP Solution Manager 7.1, the new information storage LMDB replaces SMSY. Software Component. Software Component, delivery and product unit of an SAP software product. A software component comprises a set of packages that are delivered in a single unit. You always assign repository objects to a software component by assigning the package containing these objects. This makes it possible to move repository objects from one software component to another during a release upgrade. A software component is released in successive releases with new functions. You can import patches into each software component separately. Software Provisioning Manager, SWPM. Software Provisioning Manager, SWPM, a tool that performs software provisioning processes such as installation, uninstallation, system copy, or system transformation. The Software Provisioning Manager is delivered with the Software Logistics toolset. Stack Configuration File. Stack Configuration File. The stack configuration file is created by the maintenance optimizer and is system specific. Depending on the software components that are installed in a system, the maintenance optimizer calculates the required software components that have to be updated to reach a certain target configuration. Standalone Engine. Standalone Engine. Standalone engines of SAP NetWeaver are additional installable software units. They do not work as full-blown systems of SAP NetWeaver, but as standalone engines that provide a specific server function in combination with one or more SAP NetWeaver systems. Standalone engines are not part of a usage type. They do not run on as ABAP or as Java. Technical System. Technical System describes a part of a product's software that is installed on one or several physical or virtual hosts. A technical system is installed and administered as a whole. It is identified by a system ID, SID, or extended SID, a host, and an installation number. There are different technical system types, for example application server, as ABAP, as Java, or TREX. Technical systems are central elements when it comes to software component deployment and operational activities, such as monitoring and alerting. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share.